In actual news, since the pandemic, crime has ramped up across the nation, city, Memphis, and beyond. But with just a few clicks online, you could become part of the solution. The Memphis Police Department wants residents and businesses to connect to this crime-fighting tool. Joining us now to discuss that and more, Police Chief C.J. Davis and Deputy Chief Joe Oakley. Now, C.J., I did not expect you today, so this is a pleasant surprise. I really appreciate you coming.
Absolutely.
The Deputy Chief.
Thank you.
Okay, so what you came here to talk about, why do you want to just push this Connect program, and what is it?
So Connect Memphis is really a replication of models from across the country and other cities. We all travel. We've all seen the camera networks in major cities, and people sometimes wonder, are these camera networks really working for crime reduction? And they absolutely do. Many of the cities that I've worked in, we've used technology, video footage to help not just to investigate crimes, but also prevent crimes. And so Chief Oakley has taken the charge. When I first came to the city, that was one of the initiatives that I wanted to roll out to make sure that we were partnering with our private sector entities and tapping into private sector cameras so that we would have more tools to investigate crimes.
Okay, and so you do the day-to-day, working with the businesses. Can you talk to me about how this is transforming the situation? Because we have had businesses cry out saying that they're really struggling with the crime that's happening in their businesses.
Right, well, Connect Memphis is a great public-private partnership for our business owners and homeowners to help us prevent crime and solve crime. So if you go to the website, you can register your cameras, your home cameras or your business cameras, or you can integrate. You can buy a core off of our site and hook it up to your camera at home or your business, and we want to integrate the outside cameras. We don't want what's going on inside, and several of our businesses, especially, I won't mention the name, but one of our liquor stores that we're all familiar with had a rash of burglaries, so they bought one of our cores, put their cameras on it, so now we can see their parking lots, and let's say if a burglar alarm goes off at that place, automatically Real-Time Crime Center can see the cameras. They can see who's doing what. It's a good officer safety tool too. So we're going to know what the suspect is wearing, if he's armed, what kind of car, how many, and this is a great tool to assist us in apprehension should a crime occur. Yeah. So we're encouraging all of our businesses to go to Connect Memphis, and then our homeowners, if they register their cameras with us, we're going to know that they have a camera at home. And then if we have a crime occur in the neighborhood, we'll send them an email to ask them to check their cameras, and if they have footage, to download it and send it to us. That way our detectives don't have to go door to door. So we have around 6,400 registered cameras and right at 800 integrated cameras. So we're kicking it off, and we want our public's help to help us get the crime down in the city of Memphis.
Buster's Liquors.
Yeah,
I'm
Buster's.
That's what, because that was the business you didn't mention. I don't know.
Right.
Great partnership.
Yeah,
with us.
Absolutely.
We love them.
Absolutely. And I will just share that we've had great success with video footage from residential cameras.
Okay.
A few months ago, we had a situation where there were 3 victims, 3 different young ladies, teenagers, that were actually walking to and from school that were sort of preyed upon by an individual, and one of them was actually caught by this individual who attempted to sexually molest that young lady. But if it wasn't for 88 different Ring cameras in that area,
wow,
we were able to put that footage together without knocking on 88 doors. We were able to ask individuals to share their footage, and we actually apprehended the suspect because we identified the vehicle, identified the time, identified the victims in the video footage as well. And that was a classic example of how the camera network can help us solve crimes and even prevent crimes.
And what about the privacy part? There was, I saw a New York Times article where someone was ejected from public housing because there was some type of government camera involved. Can you just explain what this means to people concerned about privacy?
Right. Well, we've heard it's Big Brother. Actually, it's not where only wanting cameras that you want us to have access to. So a homeowner or business can limit what we see and when. So if we do go in to retrieve footage of a crime, it leaves a time and date stamp on who came in and got it. And just the main thing is we don't have access to anything that you don't want us to have access to.
We don't have control over it. It's an ask. That's all it is. It's really an ask. And it's not an infringement, because what we want to do is make sure that what we are viewing or need to view is public space. It's no different than somebody having a cell phone outside, taking videos of public space.
Chief Davis, so I saw how the Deltas, you're a member of the Delta sorority. I saw how the Deltas have been embracing you. Right now, you're interim police chief after being police chief. And so I believe there's a 6-month period. And how have you been doing, and what is something that you would like for the community to hear from you as you are looking to remain chief?
Well, this is one of the projects that, I think is huge for the city. This is the type of intervention and modernization that as a chief that has been, experienced in other cities, bring to the table. And I have a great team that has been agile and helping to impact change. We do have crime problems in the city, but we all have to take ownership of the crime problems that exist in Memphis. And as a chief, we have to partner with our community members, we have to partner with our neighborhoods and other agencies that have a responsibility to help us bring crime down. And I think we're doing an excellent job right now. We've got 30% reductions in auto thefts. We put a plan in place last year, and we have seen that plan work. We can't continue to just respond to crime.
30% reduction since when? Because I just what's the, since 2011, or because I know 2011 was really when crime was really low here.
Yeah. In 2011 we had 2,500 officers, and it really made a difference. It really made a difference. We have under 2,000 officers right now, and so we're really trying to do the same, really more work, because the demand is higher. But we've had a 30% reduction in auto thefts, and that's huge for us because we're really concerned about making sure that when people go to a restaurant, when they go to the FedEx Forum, that they walk outside and their car is still there. So we're working with the juvenile system, because a lot of our vehicles have been stolen by juveniles. It's a dangerous sort of engagement to be involved in that type of activity. And so I say that we continue to do the work, we pay attention to the numbers, and make people feel like crime is going down. We have seen great success in the last several months, and crime is actually down as it relates to property crimes, and even our violent crime is down. Homicides, on the other hand, are a crime that is very, very hard to put your arms around, because people are inside businesses or inside their homes. Domestic violence is something that has really been on the uptick too, and guns everywhere in our community.
There are some people who have felt that you almost had a mark on you before you got here, a gun being stolen from your car, your home that you were moving into being vandalized and burglarized. What were your thoughts when that was happening, and what do you do to bring the rank and file together with you?
Well, and the rank and file, I think, have felt the spirit of change in our department. And I think if you really dig deep into the rank and file, I talk to them on a regular basis, and they support change. We can't keep doing things the same way we've done them in the past. And I think that makes me more human, that I, along with everybody else that doesn't wear uniforms on a day-to-day basis, we're subjected to the same types of, criminal activity, which makes it even more personal for us as leaders and as police officials, that we want to do something about it.
Do you feel that you being the first female in this role, I mean, it was interesting because it was director up until you became the chief. I don't know what that means. I just know that there was a name change.
Right.
But being a female, the first female in this role, talk to me about how that has felt. I know that The mayor has been standing by you as council members are hearing from their people, and people have been upset about the Scorpion unit, what happened to Tyree Nichols, and because they were members of the Scorpion unit. If you could just talk to me about just all of that, processing all of that, and where you go from here.
Well, I think we need to continue to stay focused on what our community members are saying and listening to our community members. Our community members want a safe community. I'm a member of this community. I've been a member of this community, and I take it personal when we see one victim after the next, and we stay victim focused now. We want to make sure that individuals in our community continue to feel that they have a police department that's working on their behalf. And that's not just a challenge for the police department, that's a challenge for everyone who's in the criminal justice system, that we all be victim focused and we do whatever we can do to reduce the victimization in our city, not just for our community members, but also for the visitors that come to our city.
Okay, we have 5 seconds. If I'm a council member and I'm deciding for you to be chief, why should I choose you?
I say look at the work that I've done. And I've presented the work that I've done, and the work that I've done is significant. One thing about a police department is that if you don't have the work done internally in the department so that we can perform at a high level, it's not going to be reflective externally. So a lot of the work that has been done internally in the police department, building our team, working with our community members, helping to have a better partnership with other entities, our juvenile courts, our federal partners, our state partners. All of us have to be working in lockstep in order for us to see significant progress. We have an administration that cares, an administration that has trust in me as a leader. I think my record speaks for itself as a chief of police, outside of Memphis. And so the work that I'm doing here in Memphis is really to try to help my community understand that I'm not just the chief of police, I'm a community member, and I have a vested interest in this community.
Chief Davis, Deputy Chief, connecttomemphis.com. Thank you for coming to talk about that and surprising us, but I'm thankful that we got to hear what you had to say, especially at this juncture.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's still more